We are back on the Northumberland 250 and we're on the A68 just outside of Ridsdale. Part 2, we are going to be picking up from Ridsdale, which is just back down the road half a mile that way, and we are heading that way. So the next stop on the list is going to be Corbridge. Right, otherwise it's getting warm, like getting warm. Well, that was Corbridge done. So the A66 down to Corbridge is basically a main A road. It's a pretty decent road. Obviously it's a main A road, single carriageway, so some lovely views of the rolling Northumberland countryside. So I've been into Corbridge, a little walk around, grabbed myself a bacon sandwich and a cup of coffee, and now we are back on the road heading towards Riding Mill on the B6529. So from here we go Riding Mill and then Killenpit Hill, and then basically take a right at Killenpit Hill. So like I say, that's us back on the road now. We're a little bit behind schedule, but we shall crack on. We've just turned right off the A68 at Killenpit Hill. Now we are heading towards Blanchland and a few of our little spots on the way. I'll put a overlay with a kind of map of the exact kind of route. So this road we're on now it'll be a B road. So far it looks pretty decent. Road surface is all right. It's relatively wide at the minute anyway. Now this route here, we are coming near Derwenthoff Reservoir as well. Now I'm hoping we should be able to see it at some point from this route. Was an interesting little road as we come into Blanchland. The road surface has kind of got worse as we've got closer to Blanchland, but anyhow there's some nice little kind of tight twisty corners, some up and downs, but yeah, it was a good little run to here. And I've no idea where we're going now. Right, I'll just stop here and figure it out. Right, in all honesty here, we're leaving Blanchland and hopefully on the right road, but I've got no signal, so I can't check my map properly. Now we are needing to get the next sort of stop is Townfield. Now, I mean, we're getting down to there's barely a house there, but Townfield and then on to Rookhope Arch. So hopefully this is the right direction. But that's the fun of these days. If you don't plan it properly, you end up not really sure if you're on the right road or not. But anyway, I can't kind of be using my phone to film on, so I can't really just use that as the sat nav. But yeah, it's all an adventure. Yay! We've found Townfield anyway, which was definitely the next point on the map, well, point on the route. And there's, by the looks of it, half a dozen houses. There's a sign for a village hall there. So, but again, absolutely stunning views of the Northumberland hills. So now we're being definitely on the right road. We are heading towards Rookhope Arch and approaching the first cattle grid of the day. I mean, not ideally what you want to have on a sporting day out in your sports car, but nevertheless, this is the Northumberland countryside, so every mile of the road can't be perfect. But again, we seem like we're right on the top of Northumberland here. Just thought we'd do a quick stop and show you the view from here. So like I've said, it does feel like we are on the top of Northumberland. Well, that is almost past Rookhope Arch, which I'm sure is definitely a point of interest on the map, but we haven't stopped there. So we've just took a right and we are heading towards Allen Heads now. So we're back on a road that's got a white line in the middle, and I think we might have passed the last cattle grid on this section at least. But yeah, we're back. Road service is pretty decent so far. Like I say, there's a white line in the middle. It's a bit wider road than that one we've just been on. Obviously that one we've been on with the cattle grids and stuff. Obviously there's cattle grids, so there's livestock roaming about. So you've just got to watch what you're doing. Obviously a bit slower section of road, probably averaging 30 mile an hour sort of thing. But yeah, we're back. Obviously heading towards Allen Heads now, on a bit more open, faster running section of road. So that was Rookhope to Allen Heads. Now that was a cracking little bit of road. The road surface didn't look all that way. It was a little bit bumpy in places, but it was a really nice little run down from there. So just through Allen Heads and heading to Allendale town now, which we might do a little stop at Allendale town. Well, this is us just leaving Allen Heads town. I did do a little quick stop, didn't get out as time scale we are miles behind to be honest, but these things happen. So yeah, so we're leaving Allen Heads town, which there's just seen on the map, there's a cool little sci-fi museum. I think we're gonna have to come back and have a proper look around that. But anyway, we're just heading out now. So next point on the map is Catton, and then we're turning off at Catton and heading towards Whitfield. So that is the next stop on the map. So we've took a slight wrong turn. We should have turned left in Catton, not just after Catton, but it'll work out all right. I've checked the map there, and it's just a case of a little bit further up, turn left, we'll get back on to the right track. Well, this has been fun. There's been some nice little tight hairpins, like really tight hairpins, on this bit of road. Bridge, narrow bridge. I've seen a fair few bikers out today. The good weather must be bringing them out. Shame the road surface wasn't a bit better back there on them hairpins, because we've kind of popped out of the trees a bit and we're on a brand new lovely tarmac, which is usually the case. But we are in Northumberland and in the UK, so we can't expect all the roads to be perfect, because there's very few of them are perfect. And that is us coming into Whitfield. I need to turn, is it up here? I think it might be up here. Well, we were right, so you come into Whitfield and take a hairpin right, and next stop on the list is Rawfoot. I think I'm saying that right. So like I say, into Whitfield, hairpin right, and then follow the road. I think there will be a few kind of twists and turns and junctions to navigate on this bit of road as well. But so far, we've got a white line, so that's always a good thing. Road surface is okay at the minute. No major potholes to see anyway. Right, I was a bit concerned there that we'd made a navigational error because I had no signal on my phone, but I've got signal now, and we've definitely come the right way. So we are just approaching Rawfoot. Now the road from, where was it? Whitfield to Rawfoot, horrible is the only way to describe it. The first little bit out of Whitfield was all right, but then we got to a junction, right was don't go that way, unsuitable for large vehicles. Oh, it doesn't look good. Turned left, white line disappeared. Hate it when the white line disappears. And it just gradually got worse and worse and worse, and to the point where single track, 10 mile an hour, you'll have seen some of the footage, no doubt. So yeah, worst part of the whole Northumberland 250 so far, I would say. But yeah, we move on. We're back on a sensible road. Like I say, Rawfoot, which I think is going to be another one of these places where there's not actually going to be a great deal there, and if we blink we might miss it. But we aren't that far from Halt Whistle now either, to be honest, so should be getting back on some better roads. And this one, to be fair, that we're on now, sort of two Rawfoot and then Halt Whistle. We've got the white line back, and road surface is pretty good, a lot faster flowing road again. Temperature wise, we are getting to the point where aircon would be nice. It's just clicking 20 degrees outside. Haven't got the direct sun, but it's just getting a bit on the warm side in here. but that's what you get when you buy a 172 Cup with no air conditioning. Ibiza. Well, everyone, that is us back down to the A69 now. So we're going to take a left here and head along it just for a little bit. So we are heading west on the A69. We're going to be turning off right fairly soon for Greenhead. Ibiza. Well, that is us turned off the A69 and through Greenhead, and now we are heading towards Chollarford. Now, I think you would class this as the beginning of the military road, but we're on this road for 18 miles back to Chollarford. Now, all the way along here is all the Hadrian's Wall kind of stuff is all the way along here, and including Sycamore's Gap tree. Let's just get past this slow moving vehicle. Yeah, so we're on here for quite a while, so 18 miles. It's a fairly straight road, to be honest, so not all that exciting. So we'll probably just pick back up when we get down to Chollarford and we've got our next kind of change of direction. Well, that's basically into Chollarford, and turn left at the roundabout and head for Walk. Now, it's about 6 miles to walk from Chollarford according to the sign anyway. The road down to Chollarford, like we were saying before, is just barely straight, to be honest. There's a fair bit of stuff to do on that road, kind of obviously it says about the Hadrian's Wall stuff. There's various Roman forts and that sort of stuff to see on that road. Now, this road up to Walk so far looks like it's not just straight, so, but again, it is looks like a main A road. We've got a white line, it's kind of fast flowing, reasonably good road surface at the minute, so we might have some enjoyable driving for the next few miles at least. Well, that is Walk done and dusted, and now we press on to Bellingham. Now, the road up from Chollarford to Walk, probably one of the best ones of the day, and it's still just through Walk and heading to Bellingham now. It is still looking just as good, to be honest. So we've got good road surface, obviously it's a faster flowing road. Got some kind of nice open corners, so you can see kind of plenty far ahead of yourself. But yeah, just a nice sort of flowing road to drive, to be honest, with decent road surface. Maybe it's not quite as good just getting onto here now as what the previous stretch was, but still really good. And as in terms of this section we're covering today of the Northumberland 250, probably one of the best bits so far. Well, that's us just turned left, literally just as you kind of come into Bellingham. You barely get to see any of Bellingham before you need to turn left. It's signposted for Kielder. and then that is the road we are on now. So just out of the 30 zone there. Like I was saying before, the bit of road up to Bellingham, really good stretch of road. So hopefully that will continue on this stretch. So far, it's looking okay. Might not be quite as good, but still far better than what we've seen earlier. Well, the road up from Bellingham up to Kielder is not disappointing. We are now kind of alongside the lake itself. So the lake's on the right hand side, but this bit of road, it's opened up even more now since we've got to the lake. It's a kind of, it's very difficult to say the right side of the speed limit because it's such a big, wide, fast flowing road. So I just wanted to kind of say, I'm getting stuck behind a van here, so just drop back right down progress wise. So just wanted to mention, the fact that this car is worth a few grand, if that, but it still goes out and performs, and you can come out on days like this and do good mileage in it, good driving roads, and enjoy it, I suppose. So you don't need to have a 100 grand Porsche GT3. It would be nice to have, and it'd probably be a little bit more fun, but point of the matter is, even something like this, if you're into cars and driving and good driving roads and things like that, even something like this can do the job for you. Well, that's us pulling into the Kielder Forest, I think. Is this where we want to be? We'll turn right here and have a look. I think this is where we need to go. We are looking for the Forest Drive. I think we'll stop here and have a chat. Ibiza. So this is what is going to bring short our day-to-day road surface suitable for 4x4 vehicles. I mean, the Tesla obviously thinks it's going to be all right. Well, the tarmac doesn't last long. Just walked up the hill and then it's straight away to gravel. And I can only think it'll get worse as you get further along. So there's no way the Clio is going up 12 miles, I think it's 12 miles of this type of road. And I don't suppose anybody with a, car that's worth more money, nicer condition, is going to want to run up here. If you had a van, camper van, sort of swamp type camper van, be absolutely fine. Or a car you weren't that fussed about, or a 4x4, something like that, you'd be absolutely fine. So we're going to have to figure out a different route. Well, as you have seen, we cannot take the Clio down the Forest Drive to continue on the Northumberland 250. So we're going to have to come up with a diversion for anybody that doesn't fancy doing the Forest Drive. So we're going to end this video here, and I'm going to go away and come up with a good diversion route that will basically go around the Forest Drive and pick the Northumberland 250 back up on the other side. So if you want to see that video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and give this video a like if you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you in that next one.